Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Whispers and Growls. That was perfect. As you guys can see, I have a guest with me. This is James Jericho.
Indeed.
Right. How do you know me, James?
I know you because when I went viral about a month ago, everybody was tagging you in my growl video.
Yeah.
And then you had to make a growl response, and it was a roar.
I was challenged and I had to pick up that gauntlet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now look at us. We're in the same room.
Yeah, it's pretty much a brilliant coincidence that you're over here in London.
Mm-hmm.
What are you here for?
Basically, my fiance is also in the Booktok world, and she's over here filming content. And I came over and I was like, I don't know where Michael is, but I know he's somewhere in the UK, so
Yeah.
might as well reach out. Turns out he's right where I wanted him to be.
Yeah, fam. This is perfect timing, perfect location. Everything is on track.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you said right now, a month ago you went viral.
Yeah.
When this video comes out, it's not going to be a month ago. I can't guarantee. My editing process is ages, but we'll see. Also, you said your fiance. Is this a power couple? I hear.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how the cards are. She's here. That's why I keep looking over there. She's right over there.
She's over there. I can't see it. I haven't got my glasses on, and she's there in the dark, typing away at a script or something.
Mm.
Yeah. Is that her giggling? Just giggling over there. Okay. So, how did you find yourself in this world of voice acting and growling?
That's an
Booktok?
excellent question, Michael. Well, like I said, my fiance was already very much involved in the Booktok world. She's gone viral a few times, and basically I was aware of it, but I've been a singer in Nashville, Tennessee, full-time singer musician for years now. And I've always been a student of the voice. I've always been so interested in what the voice can do. And before I was doing that, I was a metal vocalist,
Whoa.
which is where I learned how to do all the screaming and growling.
Oh, wow.
And
I haven't seen you scream yet.
What?
I haven't seen you scream yet.
There hasn't really been the right. It hasn't been the right time.
I see. You're right, to be fair.
Because like the growl is very deep. Screams are very abrasive and they're very high, and I feel like I just blow out this mic if I did a scream, so I'm not gonna do it. But maybe later, we'll see.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was I made that video, the Booktok growl video, where like you said in your video when you were talking this up, basically, I was like, they're not doing it right, the Booktok boys, and then I proceeded to do a metal growl, and things just kind of blew up from there, and all of a sudden everybody wanted me to do voiceover work. Since then, I've gotten a lot of actual like voiceover auditions, and
Whoa.
yeah, it's completely kind of changed my trajectory from being just a singer and a vocalist to also being a voice actor. But I've always been an actor too, alongside being a musician. So it actually kind of works perfectly because I'm a student of the voice. I love everything that a voice can do. And I'm an actor, so it makes sense.
Yeah. This is brilliant timing. Everything's just lining up for you.
Well, how about you?
How I got into all this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say it once for all because you guys keep asking me, right? This happened. I used to be on the internet, on TikTok. I used to draw, right? Drawing was like my initial jump into the world of creativity. I used to draw art stuff. Some of my art stuff are in this room somewhere. And at some point, I decided to start talking about my creative process. Funny enough, like I disappeared a while ago from my friend's family for 7 months. I wasn't talking to them. I made new friends. I was allowed to talk to the new friends, but I disappeared for 7 months. And then while I was away, I started this video format where I'll just sit and talk to the camera about my creative process of what I was going through that month. And when I came back, I started to talk about like the different art stuff that I was working on. And then people started saying like, yeah, you've got a nice voice, you've got a soothing voice. And so I decided I was going to start paying attention to how I used my voice. And yeah, it just kept going on and on from there. I asked for people to tell me what they want me to say, what they want me to read. And then, yeah, several things went viral. Madara's speech from Naruto, Fourth Wing, Tayden's voice, and fam, things have just happened. Opportunities. So it's going well so far. And I think you can resonate with this. Like now, there's just a lot of things that people want you to do. And Do you feel obliged to like fulfill those orders, if I can say?
I think I'm early enough in the process because I mean you have definitely been doing this longer than I have. I'm early enough in the process that I'm still saying yes to everything. That is going to change.
You will learn.
Yeah, no,
I was like that. I think I'm still like that, Loki. But yeah, I ended up changing my website to make sure that people send me requests to my website because I was sending it to my email. There was like, at that point, I had like 149 people who went out of their way to go to my website to put requests there. And I was like, look, I still can't do this. And so right now, I've kind of like, I do live requests when I go live on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. People tell me what to say and I say it there and then. So I don't spend more time recording. But there's still a lot of things to do and new ideas. Like you guys are watching this video right now. This is like a new idea of mine. That is fun. But there's a lot of things to do. I'm so overwhelmed. Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, it'll get there. What do you want to carry on doing though? Like, do you want to turn this on long term, keep going, or this is pretty much just fun for you?
I mean, it's both. I mean, it is very fun for me. And you know, I like I said, I think it does make sense for this to be part of my trajectory as both an actor and a vocalist. But I mean, I'm still a singer and I'm still a musician. I still definitely like push my music and I want my music to be a big part of what I do. So I found out like not a long time ago, but a little while ago, I was just focusing on music and I realized that if I just focus on one thing creatively, it does. I just don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel satisfied. So this is definitely going to be part of what I do. And if everybody enjoys it, then I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I found out like the spirit of creativity ends up like pushing and pulling you into different strains. So I started with art, then I went into photography, then videography, and then I'm doing all of this stuff. I think so long as you're a creative person and you just enjoy the process, you'll find that you'll just end up doing a bunch of different stuff because that's just how you are. You're creative at the beginning of the day. At the beginning and the end of the day. Yeah.
And the beginning of the day.
Yeah. Do you think while we're here, we can get you to do something music for us?
Some music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Your fiance did mention The Sound of Silence. And I've seen some comments on TikTok.
Well, somebody wanted us to recite it. I guess I could probably make it happen.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at my phone, but I can make it happen.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, we'll try and get that done later on. Should we jump into like the TikTok stuff now?
Well, I kind of have a question.
Oh,
how did you go from having such a soothing voice and people being like, "I love your voice. It's so soothing. It's so comforting," and then you're like, like, how did you do that?
The growl voice that I used to do, I think I could always do it, but I never really thought of anything. I never thought of it as anything useful. And I think it was that Madara speech that I got asked to do. And I used to get it asked many, many times, like, say this, say this, say this. People know that I've already done this speech before. So I think after the 5th time I've done it, I can't remember whatever number, I decided I was just going to use a different voice. And then I used the growl voice to do it. And that went really viral. And so I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is another thing that I can do that people really like. They like the soothing stuff. Let's do the growl stuff. And now my friends tease me for being the person who growls on the internet. So
yeah, my friends do too.
It's like you're growling. Oh, every time they introduce me to like someone, he's like, yeah, he growls on the internet. It's like I do all this stuff, you know. But you know what? It's a little badge of honor, I guess. I growl, and I'm pretty good at it at this point.
Yeah, you are.
As a singer, you're able to like scream the metal stuff. I'm really into rock music, by the way. Right. You scream and you growl, or the growl is like a form of the screaming. One and the same.
Yeah, I mean the difference is really, if you want to get technical with it, it's the real difference is like larynx placement, because obviously when you're growling, it's very low larynx, whereas when you're screaming, it's a lot more like, I don't want to do it right now because it's gonna just blow everything out. I'm telling you, it's so much louder than a growl. A scream is so much louder, but it's that like it's going from like essentially if you take away the distortion, because I can't stress this enough, and I don't know if you stress this enough, or if this is something you say too, but as somebody who has done a lot of harsh vocals in my life, it's not your vocal cords where you're creating the distortion.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you're gonna hurt them really fast.
Mess up. Yeah.
But basically, where you're making the distortion, at least where I make the distortion, is in two different places. One of them is on my soft palate, like there's like multiple layers to it for me, and so like you're brushing the air off of your soft palate, which when you yawn, your larynx naturally drops, your palate naturally lifts, and that is the resonant place where most of that sound happens. You do also have what were called the false chords.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, I am going to release a video explaining all this again, but I'm going to say it here too, because I can't stress this enough. When you're like a toddler and you're just screaming, you're using your false chords because you don't know how to use your vocal cords yet. Once you learn how to talk, you don't use your false chords anymore and you use your vocal cords. And so you still have false chords, but most people can't use them. So metal vocals it's pretty much just learning how to re-scream like you did when you were a toddler.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's another oh, I forgot his name. There's another vocal singer who I had a conversation with recently. He was teaching me the false chord, all this different stuff. And I think you being the vocalist, you already know the different technical terms for that kind of stuff, right? The high larynx, low larynx, that's like really technical names for it that I've forgotten. He's not going to be proud of me. We had a full Zoom meeting. He recorded it. The episode's going to come out later on his platform. But yeah, I see. So you understand the whole vocal folds and all that stuff. And babies don't use their vocal cords. They use their false cords.
That's the only reason we have them. Is so that you can phonate, like as a toddler before you can speak.
That is so interesting.
Or else you would destroy your vocal cords. As a toddler.
Babies don't have vocal cords.
Well, they have them, but they don't know how to use them.
Babies don't use their vocal cords.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's what I was taught. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's what I was taught. But yeah, I'm like, my growl is basically just like, so like basically very low placement, you know. And if you're like low here, and then you add the false chords, and with the palate lift you add brushing it. That's when you get like that trifold, like and like the which is on the false chords. And then
I see.
And there's like multiple layers of things that are happening.
Yeah, your growls are different. Like when I'm seeing you from the side as well, your growls are different to mine. My growls, this is what I think you're doing. You're doing I can't. That's your growl, right?
Ish, yeah.
Right, mine is like a. Wait, no, it's not just that. It's the. So I'm like fully using my false chords and not so much my vocal chords. And when I do want to do a more higher, use more of my voice, and that becomes like a more higher growl type thing. But mostly it's like a down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you do just the false chords?
I mean, it would just be like a. Oh, that's a. Because.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. How low? Pretty much how low? The lowest you can growl is just the false chords, isn't it?
I guess.
Right, yeah.
But actually, what's interesting, is that low.
Yeah.
When you think low, to make low travel, it's actually very trebly, because low frequencies don't really travel.
Okay.
So like when even if it's super low with their larynx placement, you're still putting a lot of like what's in what I call the mask. Well, that's not what I call it. That's what it's called. But like in the like there's still a lot of resonance going on there, trebly resonance, because even when you're singing low, it's all up here.
Yeah.
You know, and talking low, it's all up here. Isn't that weird? Sorry, not to get like
the technical stuff really boggles my mind, because like same thing with the Zoom meeting I had with the other guy. So many technical stuff that I don't know about. All I know is like, oh, I can do this with my voice. People come along and say, you're doing this, and you're doing that. I'm like, wait, what? I'm learning as I'm going along, and it's so fascinating.
You do really well.
Yeah, but I think something I learned after speaking with him. Oh no, I gotta figure out what his name is. I really have to, because I'm doing a terrible job if I don't remember what his name is. Philip.
If he does see me describing all this, hopefully he's not like, that's wrong.
I think because they're using the same
Terminology.
I'm like, I think you guys are already on it.
So I think it's time to get to the requests.
The meaty stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Please do something from Fourth Wing. Dragons talking to each other. Well, we've had this checked a little bit. There aren't many instances of the male dragons talking to each other. So what we can do is go over some of the lines that I got from Red Tower. Like some of the lines that Red Tower gave me to say. We can try and say some of them and just give it like a new life to it. You say it, I say it, and try, saying it in different kinds of growls.
Just add a bunch of reverb, you know.
Oh yeah. So the famous one, the one that got me here is, I know exactly who and what you are. I know I've read it in the page somewhere. Dang, where's my book?
I know exactly who and what you are by Sony.
Yes, I know exactly who and what you are. Wait, before we even get into that, how many growls can you do, or how wide is your growling spectrum?
I guess it's not really that. I mean, I have one that I can kind of do. I randomly did just as a joke. Somebody was saying that my growl sounded like the Cave of Wonders. So I did one recently where I said, you know, who disturbs my slumber, whatever the line is.
Yeah.
Who dares this? I don't know, whatever it was. And like, that's kind of my growl while talking voice, I would say. But like, then there's the growl that like kind of got me here, which doesn't, I'm not sure if I can say words in that growl, if I'm being entirely honest.
Yeah.
Because it's just like such a brutal, visceral alligator growl.
Yeah.
Which people say sounds like an alligator.
I've never had an alligator.
Oh, it is terrifying, dude.
I'm gonna look this up.
You gotta come to the States. Hey, you've been to Florida?
Yeah,
There's tons of gators there.
Yeah, I've seen them, but I've never heard them do anything. They just lie there.
Well, good. I'm glad that was your experience.
Yeah, okay.
But
so, because I think this is something I had to keep. It's taken me pretty much a year to get to the state where I can growl and speak kind of confidently. I think I have friends as well, when they meet me, they just growl and try and say a line, but they're not understanding. It's not that simple. There is the intonation, there is the tone, the different pitches and stuff. And even simple as saying the alphabet in a growl is quite difficult because some words don't work. Same thing with ingressive phonation. You're aware of ingressive phonation. Maybe I'm using a different term for it. So it's like you're using your vocal fry, but inwards.
Oh, yeah, I've never really gone inwards with it. I've always expelled. Which that is in the metal world is its own thing.
The ingressive.
Yeah, that is its own thing.
What's it called?
Well, no, I mean, it's not called ingressive, but like there are singers who famously do it on an inhale instead of an exhale. And also when you're doing things like what they call pig squeals.
Oh yeah. He was saying that. Philip was saying that stuff. Yeah, pig
that
squeal.
tends to be kind of that's an inhale.
I hear. Okay,
because we're like talking so softly, I keep getting to like one, and I'm like, I don't want to do this right now. Hold on, let me get in character.
Yeah. Go on.
I know exactly who and what you are, Thorin Nightingale.
Wait, who did you say?
I don't know what name I just said. I made up a name because I completely forgot what I was saying halfway through.
The Violet Sudden Gale.
Violet.
Hold on.
Joyous.
Halfway through, I was just like, "Oh, we're winging this." All right.
Violet.
Wait, let me reset.
Violet.
What's the last name?
Sorrentgale. That is definitely Cave of Wonders type of growl.
Thank you.
I hear that. That's very like a all-consuming kind of growl. Oh, that's so cool. And then
I I feel like you have a
yeah,
relatively similar placement to that from what I've heard.
I think if I go all out like that, it may end up becoming difficult for me to intonate. So mine is more, I know exactly who and what you are, Violet, Sword and Gale. So that's like I go as low in my, there's more of a, it's not a, which is what you're doing. It's more like a, right there in the, I can't tell you how.
Yeah. More like that?
Yeah.
I know.
I couldn't do it there.
It took me about like,
I know exactly.
It takes ages.
Creepy.
Yeah. It took me ages to get there, and so like at any point I can just switch into a growl and speak just perfectly fine. Yeah,
that's impressive.
But it took, because the first time I was doing it was like pretty much just force, and I think with time I've tried to learn how to do a quiet growl where I'm not having to like fully shout, but I've just activated a growl. So
I need to learn to do that.
Yeah, it's skill, time, but I think the more I do it, the more comfortable I do it. Literally, it's pretty much just like a second voice.
Wow.
Yeah, but well, we'll see if it becomes useful. I mean, I guess it is kind of useful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's already become useful for you.
I need to start using it a bit more in my speech, just seeing how, like, am I throwing Oh, that's silly. That's ridiculous. All right. So one more time, do that for me. I know exactly who.
Okay, can we write this down so I don't say a what? I don't even know what name I said before.
Okay, so I know exactly who and what you are, Violet Soren Gale.
He wrote it down. Okay.
Oh, brilliant. We thank our producer, Sedona. With that, right? Can you see it? I haven't got my glasses on.
I can see it. Yeah.
Go on.
Okay.
I know exactly.
Nope, that's not it.
Go on.
I know exactly who and what you are, Violet Soren Gale.
Sorry, that laugh was so involuntary. The growl with the laugh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if I still have air left over, I can't just stop. So I have to like expel the rest of the air, which is why.
Really?
I mean, I can stop, but like it feels good to just get to the end of the breath. Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel good. Oh, let's be stupid right now. Let's do growl after growl. Let's be two cringy men on the internet just growling at each other.
All right.
You ready?
Okay, wait, are you going first or are we going at the same time?
I'll go first.
Okay.
One after the other, and then I'll do one, you do one, I'll do one, you do one, and then we just go at the same time. So 5 growls in total.
Okay.
So challenging each other's growls. Sweet. Together now. You definitely clipped that. I heard the clipping. That was brilliant.
Too much dragon.
Here we are.
The dragon and the wolf.
The dragon and wolf. 2 grown men on the internet growling. What a wonderful time to be alive. Sweet. And then, I'm now warmed up. I'm doing a bit more of the fry kind of voice there. Which I think, have you got requests that's, maybe it's not fry's not the right word. Have you got requests where, essentially I've seen some of the requests that you get, they say, can you growl this? Or can you say this and then growl? But do you get people asking you to just say things without the growl?
Yeah, I don't get a lot of requests to just say lines, but I have started reading excerpts from books in hopes that people will also ask me to just read lines and, not just growl say this, growl say that.
Yeah. Wait, you've never done voice acting before, have you?
No.
Right. So in terms of like the different kinds of voices that you could have, you haven't yet found them, but you're aware of them because you've been a vocalist. You've got your vocal fry voice. You've got your regular voice, this just speaking voice, which could have some fry. I feel like you've got pretty some fry in your voice already.
Yeah.
Right, the area.
Right there.
Right.
That's
And
it.
then ingress phonation, which we don't really use because it's very unpredictable. I can't really use it properly. And then because the actual voice acting side where you're like playing with the different kinds of dynamics that your voice can have. And that would be like to have some kind of effect. Like when I do it on live, some people think I'm being flirtatious, which I understand. But it's also
Because you are.
I'm not flirtatious. No, not at all. I said that so flirtatiously. But guys, this is just who I am, okay? It's just who I am as a person. Guy, woman, boy, girl. Probably not boy, girl. Boy above a certain age, girl above a certain age, obviously. I can't finish that sentence. It sounded already too creepy. Let me stop. But essentially, it's just who I am, okay? I just speak and people think I'm flirting. Sorry, James.
No, I'm flattered. I feel like you're flirting with me, and I'm flattered.
No, I can't beat the allegations now. Or rather, I guess I'm beating the allegations because if a man thinks I'm flirting with him, which I am not, am I? Then you guys will allow me some grace and be like, that's just how he is. Which I really am.
It's just how he is.
That's how I am. So let's see. Some other stuff that people sent. Gotta put the glasses on because I can't see jack. How about the lyrics to The Sound of Silence by Disturbed? The sound, and I've noticed there's slight differences within the lyrics of Sound of Silence by Disturbed and Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Very slight.
Well, the reason I wanted to pull it up on my phone is because it has the chords too. I'm gonna play it at some point.
Okay.
The chords.
So lyrics of.
You speak them,
Mhm.
and then I will sing them later.
Okay, brilliant. But I would want you to also speak. Okay, so we do line by line.
Okay.
Right. And let's see if we can get you voice acting slightly.
Oh,
Not just using your regular voice.
Sure.
Something more. Or maybe you can growl them. Oh, wait, no. That's challenging for you, kind of? Like speaking softly and growling at the same time.
Speaking softly and growling is a little difficult, but
Yeah.
I can do some voice acting with it.
All right, let's see. So, after B. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again.
Because a vision softly creeping
Left its seeds while I was sleeping.
and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains.
Within the sound of silence.
In restless dreams I walked alone.
Narrow streets of cobblestone.
'Neath the halo of a street lamp.
I turned my collar to the cold and damp.
When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light
That split the night.
and touched the sound of silence.
And in the naked light I saw
10,000 people, maybe more.
people talking without speaking.
People hearing without listening.
People writing songs that voices never shared.
And no one dared.
Disturb the sound of silence.
Fools, said I, you do not know.
Silence like a cancer grows.
Hear my words that I might teach you.
Take my arms that I might reach you.
But my words, like silent raindrops, fell.
And echoed in the wells of silence.
No, we'll do it again, this time with a bit more vavavoom.
Is it wells or walls?
Wells.
Okay.
And the people bowed and prayed.
To the neon god they made.
And the sign flashed out its warning.
In the words that I was forming.
It was forming.
That it was forming.
Then the sign said, the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls.
In tenement halls.
And whispered in the sound of silence. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to read it line by line and then anticipate how you end. So if I say, hello darkness, my old friend, don't just wait and then read after me. You kind of like, if it makes sense to wait and then read after me, then do that. But then if it's like, it makes sense for you to carry on speaking as soon as I've done. For example, when it goes, hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I may reach you. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think also each line, last line of each stanza, reread at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. So let's try one more time. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again.
Because a vision softly creeping
Left its seeds while I was sleeping.
and a vision that was planted in my brain
Still remains
within the sound of silence. In restless dreams, I walked alone. That was sick. That was so cool. That was so cool. Sorry, I got excited. That was so cool.
That was cool.
Oh dang. Okay, now let's start again from restless dreams. I walked alone. We just cut
Who's
it.
supposed to say that one?
I guess it was you. Definitely, it was
Okay.
you because I said within the sound of silence.
Well, we both did.
Oh yeah, but it was my turn technically
Okay.
because you said. You said still remains, and I said within the sound of silence.
Yes.
And so technically you start this one. And
Okay.
to be fair, we'll make it alternating. Oh, that was so cool. Ah, no.
Should we try to read the whole thing together?
Oh. Yeah, let's try.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fools, said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. Then the sign said, the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, in tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence. I like that. That was fun.
That was fun.
One more time, alternating this time.
Okay.
And anticipating. I'll see if I can mix match all of them. Okay. I didn't even realize it says the words on the prophets. I feel like it's supposed to be words of the prophets.
Yeah, that's probably typo.
I'm not silent Simon. Yeah. The words on the prophets. Damn, that's my mistake. I've read it wrong. The words on the prophets. That does not make sense. Fair enough. Okay, we just read it as we found. The words of the prophets. Okay. Right, you can start this time.
Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again.
Because a vision softly creeping
Left its seeds while I was sleeping.
and the vision that was planted in my brain
Still remains within the sound of silence.
In restless dreams I walked alone.
One more time, do it again.
Oh, sorry.
In restless dreams I walked alone.
Narrow streets of cobblestone.
Neath the halo of a street lamp.
I turned my collar to a cold and damp.
When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light
That split the night.
and touched the
The
sound
sound of silence.
silence.
And in the naked light I saw
10,000 people, maybe more.
people talking without speaking.
People hearing without listening.
People writing songs that voices never shared.
And no one dared
Disturb the sound of silence.
Fool, said I, you do not know.
Silence like a cancer grows.
Hear my words that I might teach you.
Take my arms that I might reach you.
But my words, like silent raindrops, fell
And echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed
to the neon god they made.
And the sign flashed out its warning
in the words that it was forming.
Then the sign said, the words on the prophets are written on the subway walls.
In tenement halls.
And whispered in the sound of silence. I like that one.
That was good.
Yeah. In case people ask, it's like a voice acting thing that I do. I think professional voice actors do, they have clickers, I think. And when they make a mistake, they click so that they know when to cut or whatever. But because I'm recording video and sound separately, I click twice so I get the alignment right. And if I want to start a take, I click twice again. And if I've done a good take, I click 3 times. So I'm like, that's the take I definitely want to have.
Nice.
So it's now becoming a thing where I guess people are recognizing me for the clicks or but people don't really see that one, to be fair. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm going to trademark it if I could. If I could, I'd trademark it, but obviously you can't trademark clicks. But yeah, I really like that one. Right. Okay. We're not going to get through this. Okay, that's 2 things down. Scar and Mufasa. This little brief line. Oh, do you want to be Scar or Mufasa?
Which one do you want to be?
That hairball is my... No, I can't do that. I really struggle doing Scar. Because people like, you've got the natural vocal fry.
Yes.
So I feel like...
Oh, I was first in line until the little hairball was born.
There we go.
That's very Scar, right?
I can't do... Vocal fry I kind of struggle with it. I have to be on a good day before I can like start. See?
Yeah, but you've got that growl that you can do.
Sometimes I can't do vocal fry, although it's just difficult for me. And I start doing Morgan Freeman.
I was going to say, that did sound very Morgan Freeman.
I feel like that's where I got it. I get an intonation from him, but like, oh boy.
That was good.
Yeah. But I don't practice my vocal fry as much as I practice my growling. Maybe I should do that more. Okay. So, sorry. I've also realized like now that I've been in the ground a lot, when I clear my throat, that just is my default.
Fair enough.
Right. Okay. So Scar goes. Go on.
Oh, I was first in line until the little hairball was born.
That hairball is my son, and your future king.
Oh, I shall practice my curtsy.
Don't turn your back on me, Scar.
Oh no, Mufasa. Perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me. Yes!
Is that a challenge?
Oh, yes!
I said big roar.
It did! The best part is, none of this was rehearsed. We're just like sight reading all of this. So I didn't know that was coming. That's amazing!
I saw that. Oh, wow. I think as I got into, I think, don't turn your back on me, Scar. I feel like I read that kind of like, don't turn your back on me, Scar. Nah.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge? Wow. I was not expecting that.
I just love it. You saw your moment and you took it. You're like, big roar.
It's not planned at all, fam. I did not see that coming. When I saw it, I was like, oh, wait, this is perfect. Which reminds me, I do want to teach you how to roar. I think, did you see the video I did? I don't know if you've got a chance to see it. Where I teach people how to roar. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, fair. I'm not really consuming content a lot when I'm online. It takes ages for me to see people's stuff. But so the growl is just an outward, like, you already know how to scream, right? So I feel like a scream is a so I want to say that you put your soft palate right?
Okay.
And you're growling at the same time. So you're not doing how you classically growl. I think you'll use the space up there. Whereas this one, you're closing it.
It didn't sound like an angry goose.
that's more, you're using a lot of your vocal
Yeah, okay.
vocal cords there. So it's more down there in your false chords, right? Right down.
Yeah.
And then your so it's like a ha,
Ha.
right? Yeah. Right? And then put the soft palate or close the back of your mouth with your tongue in the whatever, like just So really push your tongue all the way to the back of your mouth.
Wow. That is hard for me to do. Do it again. I was just emulating the sound you made.
That's it, yeah. So it's like as far down in your vocal thing as possible. I don't know the right word. False chords?
Yeah.
Yeah, as deep down there as possible. You could then close close the back of your mouth with your tongue or whatever, palate, whatever, and then
it's like I'm doing it, but I'm not closing it off enough.
There we go.
Kind of like that?
Yeah. I feel like that whole realm or domain, you've got your own raw gun.
Because you're doing like a... You're also shaping it. I always see it like it's a visual thing for me. So it's like... kind of like... something like that.
It's all within that whole ballpark of like sounds.
I'll work on it.
Yeah. I think you've got your own thing going, to be fair.
No, I want to learn that.
Because me. Yeah, that's it. So I've gone from teaching people how to growl to teaching people how to roar. That's so cool.
You do it really well. Is it true you learned to do it from a little girl?
So I saw her do it, and I think she does hers differently. She does like a or something like that. But I think I combined that, and I think already I've done something similar in the past. So when I saw her do the, I was like, okay, let me combine that with what I already know how to do, which is like just the outward growl. And so I think it came out even better than I'd ever done something similar before. So
yeah, because
that little girl's, it's a different kind of sound that she makes. She doesn't do it with a growl at all. It's complete fam. She's incredible.
Wow. Yeah, because I've seen that a few times in my response to your growl video. A lot of people commented on that, like, yeah, he learned to do that from like a little girl. I was like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Nah, I picked up on a few things she did, but I think I added the growl to what I saw she was doing, and then, I don't think she's growling. That would be very scary. Like if I see a little girl growling at me, that's terrifying. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's a horror movie. That's what that is.
Yeah. We've got a few quotes that people want you to say. I have crossed the oceans of time to find you. Say it in different ways. So we're saying our regular, normal voices, then our voice acting voices, and then the growls.
Okay.
Do you think you'd be able to growl that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was able to growl the first line. It just took me a second.
Yeah.
I'm still new to growling words.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you're growling words, it's actually different. And that's actually a really interesting distinction that I want to make.
Yeah.
When you're screaming and growling words, like over music, it's actually a different place than when you're growling words.
Yeah.
It is a very different placement. So just because someone's like can scream and growl as a harsh vocalist in rock and metal, it actually doesn't mean they could do that talking.
Yeah.
It is very different.
Yeah, and almost inversely, I think I'm getting better at singing, I think, because I'm doing all the voice stuff, but it doesn't mean I'm automatically good at singing.
Right.
But it is getting me better. Just the voice stuff in general. But yeah, like you said, a growler screamer might not be able to speak.
Yeah.
Screaming. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's see. Let's try and test your quiet growl with... I took my glasses off. I can't see.
I'll try.
I have crossed... So I guess this is like a very intense lover. I have crossed oceans of time to find you. So we can do a quiet growl. Actually, you might be able to get away with being a very aggressive, like, I've crossed oceans of time to find you. Right? We try different ways.
I have come so far.
We try different ways that might please please, whoever sent that request. Go on. You do one, I'll do one, you do another one, I'll do one. We just keep going back and forth with different kinds of...
Are we using regular voice first?
Yeah, regular voice first.
Okay, so... I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
That was good. That was really good. I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now this is the growl one?
Go on. Quiet growl first. Quiet growl first.
I'll try quiet growl. I don't know how to quiet. I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
Okay, okay. I have crossed oceans of... No. I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
That was... How do you do that, which is so so conversational? To find you. The way you just said, find you, find you,
find you. It's just practice. And a lot of my soft palette is playing. It's like that.
That's why you can do the roar so well.
Yeah, it's like helping me.
I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
Yeah,
like
it's all. And so I think because growling is operated from a different place, right?
Yeah.
There are other things that you have to do with your mouth and your soft palate and everything. Even like being able, can you do this with your eyes and level? Up and down. Yeah. So that helps me, right?
Okay.
Moving up and down. Because then it's like, I want to say a word, growl. And I'm like moving it around to make sure I can enunciate perfectly. So yeah, so that's why I'm able to do that. I have crossed oceans of time to find you. It's just
that's
easy.
Awesome.
It's time and practice.
I love it.
And then you're aggressive.
I have crossed oceans of time to find you.
I have crossed oceans of time to find you. That's very Megatron-y. Optimus Prime, you shall fall at my sword. Or I guess he doesn't really have a sword. He has like a...
Yeah, whatever he's got.
Yeah.
This thing.
A little tank missile launcher thingy-majigmabob. And another one. The dark night of the soul calls forth the light within.
Wow.
And when the light of truth comes forth, the blind shall see once again.
Say together.
We could do that. I think I'm gonna do that thing again just now with separate. Say separate and then maybe say at the same time.
Okay.
You go first.
This is charactery.
Voice acty stuff, yeah.
The dark night of the soul calls forth the light within, and when the light of truth comes forth, the blind shall see once again.
The breathy stuff you were doing, I really like. Sorry. The dark night of the soul calls forth the light. I can't. The mic is in the way. In a second. Let me move it like
Do you
this.
want to hold it?
It's all right. The dark night of the soul calls forth the light within, and when the light of truth comes forth, the blind shall see once again.
I like that pause. That was good.
Thank you. All right, together. Oh, this might be difficult. Okay. Da 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 da. 3, 2, 1, go. That's even different. Can you see it?
I can see it.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. The dark night of the soul calls forth the light within, and when the light of truth comes forth, the blind shall see once again. That's like a spell.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. And we got this cute one. It's probably in the same kind of tone as Get in the Car, Elizabeth. Low key. Run, little mouse.
Ooh.
Sorry.
No, that was good. That was a great delivery.
Go ahead, your turn.
Run, little mouse.
Run, little mouse.
Oh, okay, I can't top that. That was amazing.
Okay, we'll have you practice your light growls.
Yeah, I have to. I've never been faced with having to do a light growl until now, and now I want to know. I have to practice that, and I have to practice the lion roar.
Yeah.
Run, little mouse. Wait, how do you do it? Run. It's like there, right?
You're still being cavernous, if I can use that word.
Yeah.
That's your key word now. That's your thing. I think you're still being cavernous with it, where you're putting a lot of the air / effort up above, but you need to go lower and lower down your vocal fold, like reduce the false chords.
But then it's like
Run. It's like a yeah.
run, little mouse.
I'm hearing it above in your. I think it's in your roof palette.
I'm such a singer. Yeah, I had to put everything up here.
Go down. Yeah. Run, little mouse.
Run, little mouse. That was closer.
Like if you clear your throat, right?
Run, little mouse. Run, little. Yeah,
That's like its own thing. That's its
Okay.
own thing. That was very quiet and very specific and intonated, but it wasn't the full cavernous thing. So that is like that's a version of a light growl that you're doing, which is really good.
cool.
Do it again.
Run, little mouse. Run, little mouse.
That is brilliant. That's like an aggressive grunt. That is brilliant.
It was quiet though. Yeah, it
Yeah.
actually wasn't that loud.
Is that your first time doing a voice like that?
Yeah.
Look at me.
Look at him go. What a teacher. Anyone can learn.
Brilliant. Okay. And then I think that voice will be perfect for the next line.
The Get in the Car, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I feel like that's got to be like really just. But I'll try it.
Yeah. We're doing our own version of that line because the actor isn't really voice acting when he does. He just says, "Get in the car, Elizabeth," I think.
Get in the car, Elizabeth.
Definitely not like that was very
What is this
country.
from? What is it from?
It's like
I don't think I've ever seen this reference.
it's a TV show. Yeah, there we go. It's really not as good. When you hear it, you might be underwhelmed. I can't lie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now it's all built up. Okay, so I will say
Yes.
underwhelming, but Ghostmane is the artist that's playing behind it. A, huge Ghostmane fan. Shout out Ghostmane. B, he has, if you could hear that, he's that that thing we were talking about. Fit up.
Oh.
Fit up. Like he is the perfect
Oh, is he using Fry for that?
fry for that. Yeah.
Oh.
Fit up.
Oh,
The song's
man.
called Fed Up. Look it up. It's wild. Ghostmane's a wild vocalist because he's a hip hop guy. He's really influenced by like artists like 3 6 Mafia, stuff like that. But he's also like a metal vocalist, so he does like he'll switch from rapping to screaming to like doing that fry. Like he's a really cool vocalist. But yeah, no, the clip itself was. Why do you want us to say that? We'll say it. We'll say it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like when I heard it, I was like, I think people they want the more. I think they're looking for like the more aggressive, the more properly delivered.
Yeah.
Get in the car, Elizabeth. But when you watch that, I think it's the character and the vibe and the scene that makes it seem so something.
Right.
But so he's just in Get in the Car, Elizabeth. But I think the tone, the delivery, his persona adds to it.
The swag.
So it wouldn't really make sense if we just said it.
No, we have to say it as a growl.
Yeah. Okay. But can you remember how you did it? Can you find it again?
It was like get in the car, Elizabeth. Get in the car, Elizabeth. It was like
That's different. That's new.
get in the car. Get in the car.
That's one of my struggles with voice acting. Like when I find
You
a voice,
find it and then you
it's
lose
like,
it.
Where is that voice? It was then yeah.
You do it. You do it.
So I'll do like if it's a light growl, get in the car, Elizabeth.
Dude, you do that so well.
I'm practicing. Yeah.
Get in the car, Elizabeth.
No,
Get in the car.
that's more heavy on the growl.
Get in the car, Elizabeth.
Okay, yeah. Again, one more time.
Closer.
Again.
Get in the car, Elizabeth.
That's it. That was perfect.
That was it?
That was good.
All right.
That was good. I already taught you how to roar. I didn't trick out on voice acting and enjoying it so far. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We did it.
Yeah. That has pretty much been an hour of recording. What were you saying?
Are you down for one more? It's from a book series called House of Night. It's just My Beauty. He's a Sons of Erebus warrior. He's one of the main love interests for the character I went viral for.
Okay. So he just says,
My Beauty.
just my beauty. My beauty. Okay, go ahead. We'll do the same thing we were doing before. Normal, acty normal, and acty normal, growl.
Okay.
Acty normal, light growl, full growl. I don't know why I said it like that. Go on.
Okay.
My beauty.
My beauty.
My beauty.
Okay. My beauty.
My beauty.
Dude, you blow mine out of the water.
It's
when you
different.
Do that.
Go on, no full growl.
Turning into you.
Yeah.
That's what you do all the time. My beauty.
Sweet. My beauty. My beauty. That was a bit breathy.
Ooh, let's do it together.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. My beauty. Sweet. Thank you for that. Can you teach me something? Teach me anything. Voice acting or vocalisty.
Like, I mean, the biggest authority on is at singing, but what? But the scream is just gonna be so loud.
We'll stand back. We'll sit back from that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, hold on. Let me readjust since we've been in growl mode this whole time.
He's gonna teach me. Okay, yeah.
Screaming is very loud. Like it's.
No, I give up. I'm not doing that.
It's exactly what you do, but you kind of take your whole throat out of it. There's no. You're not even using your false chords. Like, at least the way I do it, it's just all brushing off my palate.
No, I
kind of, but it's like you still have to have a larynx drop. You still have to open up the space.
I feel like if I did that, I'll just damage my voice.
Okay, well then don't do it.
No, that is crazy.
And you want it to sound super trebly so it can go over. Okay, do people ever compare you? Do you get Alex Terrible?
I've never heard of him. I've never heard that before. No.
Or Will Ramos?
Never heard of him. No.
Okay, so these are both big metal vocalists. I've actually been getting compared to them, which is wild because they're insane vocalists. But Alex Terrible, he sings for this band called Slaughter to Prevail. Oh, let me get closer for the talking part. But Alex Terrible does. He has this very low placement, even in his very high.
Come closer.
Oh, you mean this way?
No, your body, because
yeah,
you move back a little.
Like very low. Even when he's very low, it's very high placement. So if I back up, hold on, it's like. It's a very high placement, but he has such a low, and again, that is not representative of Alex Terrible. He is way better than I am, but that is essentially what he's doing.
I can't even conceptualize the scream. So are you using your false chords at all?
Yeah, I mean, you are still what's the word I'm looking for? You are still like air is still vibrating against them.
No.
Kind of, but again, this is where it's the opposite of the problem I was having earlier, where you were saying, oh, you're up here, you need to be more down here.
Yeah.
As a singer, you are never down here, you're always up here. So most of the sound's being created up here. Not down there. Let the air, like, this is completely relaxed. Let the air just come up. Nothing's distorting, really. It's more gonna be here, but you have to lower that larynx, and that will naturally bring the false chords in the tiniest bit, but don't try to create the distortion in your throat. A lot of air too.
A lot of air.
The air is being manipulated mainly up here in your soft palate, you're saying?
Yeah, and like what they call the mask.
Okay, how far down is it from the falsetto place?
Actually, this is interesting. For me, when I do that scream, I can go from, it's very high because like, so watch this. I'm going to back up to do it. And then like, if you bring in the distortion from it, it's the same placement as that. It's like, it's like literally the same place, but without the distortion and with the distortion. It's wild. It's hard to explain.
Oh, God, I can't. Oh man, I need to conceptualize. I need to.
It's hard to conceptualize. I understand. Well, it was like me with the soft growl. Like I can't conceptualize that yet either.
Yeah.
That was actually. Yeah, like, but make sure it open as you can. Yeah.
No, I'm just. It's making me embarrass myself.
So like, yeah. And that was it with that was me using my false chords. So that's the difference between which is just like a really high scream, like and then you bring the false chords into it. That's when you get the low, like sorry, it just sounded like I needed a breakdown. But that's you actually might be able to do that because that is actually more the placement you're talking about with the like it's still up here, but it's also down there. I am not making any sense, am I?
I'm jealous of all my screamo bands. They are very incredibly talented.
But that's what I'm saying. Even though you can do that, doesn't mean you could talk that way. Because talking like that is really weird. You know, whereas you do the talk, right?
To talk like this, yeah.
Do you see the difference?
It's
very different.
Oh, my head. Okay, I gotta figure out how to do what you're doing. Will I be able to...
When you do the lion roar,
yeah.
Can you make words like that?
No, because I'm completely shutting off my...
Okay.
It's like a... You know?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I can't...
Because that sounds like a similar placement. Because it's like the... Without closing it off, but the... Like the... No, it's not the same placement. Not at all. I don't know why I thought that.
Oh, that is incredible. That is incredible. I respect my bands a bit more. Damn. Okay.
It's also weird switching between the two because they are such different placements that even for me, it's like it took me a second to get back into screaming placement.
I'm gonna conquer this, honestly.
But actually, so when I do that deep growl, that is still utilizing in, like, watch my larynx. It doesn't move. It like stays down. It doesn't go up. It just stays down. So like that's like the same place, but like. It's actually the same general placement. It's the same but different.
You're not helping me. I need to see. I'm stressing. I'm stressing thinking about how this is all done. I don't think I can do it. Not for a while. I need to see.
Well, I need to work on my quiet growl. Quiet growl that you have down. That's what I need to. That's my homework, and your homework is to is to learn how to scream it. Because I can hear you. You're just shutting off, like closing your throat, and so like you're not letting the sound travel because it's a different manipulation of your muscles.
Yeah.
So kids, what we've learned today is one is not like the other.
Yeah. We shall learn and grow and develop.
Yeah, dude, honestly, you have the potential to be the best metal vocalists of all time.
Don't say stuff. Don't gas me up. Because
No. With what you can do with your voice, are you kidding?
if you guys see me in 5 years, I'm a lead singer of a metal band called First Room in the Other Rooms or something like that, then it started here.
First room in the other rooms. I love it.
I'll be so gassed. I was like, I have to pick up my guitar skills again still. Can't shred at my level I am. I have to, I can't just be a vocalist in a rock band. Gotta learn how to do the riffs and stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah. For that, massive respect for. Who's your favorite band? I'm not gonna know them, to be fair.
No, my favorite like harsh vocal band is definitely Behemoth. They're from Poland.
They're always from Poland or those Scandinavian
Germany
countries.
or Scandinavia, yeah.
And they have these brilliant band icons, logos, that look like vines in a field or a thorn bush.
Oh, and you can never read the name. Yeah, that's a bit, yeah.
Nah, mine. Yes, I haven't ventured too much, but they're called Demon Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you heard of them?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's sign off, compose, and then we'll be out.
Okay, ready?
All right. No, do it next to the camera, the microphone. Ready? See you guys. Sweet.